all season long was to make it to the NCAA tournament, and we had to win a couple last-second games or overtime games to put us in this position. But we're excited about the opportunity, and we're trying to be as prepared as we can to be competitive and give our best opportunity to win.
I'll take questions for Sarah, Whitney, and Jenna. If you raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. Start over here, Sam.
Hello, Sam King. Who gets the challenge of guarding 15 guys tomorrow?
We'll let Sarah, the veteran, take that.
Probably one of our guards. I mean, we have a guard rotation where when somebody gets tired, they can sub out or put somebody else on there. So it's mainly just going to be whichever guard happens to be the one that picks her up in conversion, I guess.
She seems to be a player. She never comes off the floor. Is that kind of how you have to approach it? Is that we're going to have to deal with multiple players and just hope that we can kind of, I guess, wear her down a little bit as the game goes on?
We'll let Jenna take that one.
Yeah, definitely. It's just going to be a group effort all around tomorrow, but definitely with our group rotation. I mean, obviously she's an amazing player, so we're all just going to have to work together to stop her.
Right here in front.
Adam Fisher, Naples Daily News. Coach for Oklahoma State talked about your unique offense, as everybody does. You shooting the threes, 5 girls can hit threes, but does that put a lot of pressure on your shooting? I mean, what happens if you guys aren't hitting those threes? Does that put pressure on you to make those?
Whitney, let's have you take that one, please.
I don't think there's any pressure. We're just trying to make sure we do what we're supposed to do, what we've been doing all year, working on our what we're supposed to do in our offense, screening and cutting and those type of things. I don't think there's any pressure on the shots. So we know we can knock down shots.
Your client.
Can you talk a little bit about rebounding? Oklahoma State has come out of Big 12, which is kind of a meat grinder with a plus average against their opponents in rebounding. How important do you think that would be to kind of make it?
Sarah, will you take that one?
We know that second shots are a big deal. Whoever has the most opportunities to score is obviously going to have the greatest likelihood of scoring the most points. We just know that we have to be able to keep them off the boards. So we wanted to try and take them out of what they're going to do. And if they happen to miss a shot, we have to be able to take it from them. We have to be able to get the rebound so they can't get second shots. And putbacks are the easiest thing, about the easiest shot to make. You're right at the basket. There's not very many people in front of you. So we just know we have to try and eliminate that. And then offensively, obviously, we want to be able to get as many second shots as possible.
Go back to on the back.
Jenny, you played here in Indiana. Are you and the 2 Indiana natives on your roster sort of serving as tour guides here for the weekend?
Well, one of the weird things is I've actually never been to West Lafayette or to Purdue. I've been to IU, Butler, obviously, and a few other Indiana schools. So this is kind of a new experience for me. But we were all pretty excited about coming back here to Indiana since we do have so many Midwest girls, and 3 of us have been pretty familiar with the Indiana area.
Community to everybody involved with the administration. To the administration. I always struggle with that word. But, to the administration, it's just been an amazing experience, so I couldn't be more happy with the decision I made.
Sarah, can you talk about the second time around being in the NCAA tournament? And how does this feel the same, and how is it different?
It's the same because it's where we wanted to be, and we know it's where we wanted to be, and we know that we belong here. And we're excited to be here. We're excited to try and make some noise and play to the best of our abilities, get our team out. It's a little bit different because we have such a different group of girls. Before we were playing with a group who knew each other so well and played together for so many years, and now it's more of we have played together and we've built that team chemistry that we've been working on all season, but we have a little bit more athleticism than we did, whereas in the past we were athletic, but we were smaller, we weren't as quick, and we had to rely a lot on intelligence. And now we're still trying to play a smart game of basketball, but we have a little bit more athleticism and a little bit more quickness.
It can happen. We're coming in prepared, we're focused, and we're ready to play our game. And I think if we play together and as a team and have fun out there, then we can compete with any of the teams of Oklahoma State.
This is for Jen and for Whitney. One of Coach's concerns has been about their speed and just the level of that play. Is there anything you try to do to approximate that speed in practice?
Jen, start with you, please.
I mean, not really, because you can't really make anybody like as fast as him. Like if we don't have somebody who's as fast as him in practice, but I think the biggest thing is just helping each other out with that speed. Going one-on-one is really difficult at times, so just making sure our defense we're playing together and helps us.
Any other questions, Mike?
Sarah and Whitney, just best part of playing in this offense is what?
Sarah, start with you.
Probably that we can score in so many different ways that it's not just, we rely on one person for isolations, or we rely on somebody getting the ball in the low block and posting up big. Everybody can contribute, and everybody can contribute in so many different ways.
Whitney?
There's a lot of different opportunities for different things. Like we can screen, we can cut, we can drive, we can shoot the three. So there's a lot of different things we can do. We're not just sticking to one particular thing all the time.
You guys have had two common opponents, particularly TCU. Have you been able to glean anything off of that that may help you tomorrow?
Jen, I'll let you take that.
I mean, that was early. That was pretty earlier in the year, and I would say the biggest thing we ran against with TCU is boxing out. I mean, we struggled with their height a little bit, and they played pretty good zone and everything. I don't know if that would be the same as Oklahoma State so much, but I think we can learn from that. They have quick guards. They have a quick point guard who could shoot the ball, who could drive, and that's pretty much the same situation with Oklahoma State. So I think the biggest thing is that we can take from that is just rebounding, getting on boards, everybody in there, 5 people, so working together.
Mike?
Just a follow-up for Whitney. I mean, you like being known as a three-point shooting team, or as you mentioned, you have different areas that you can attack teams with besides the three-point?
I wouldn't say necessarily like being known, but I mean it's definitely good that we are able to shoot the three because it makes the defense stretch out, which allows us to do other things in offense like attack or create space for other people to drive and things like that. So I think it's definitely a great asset to our team.
Any final questions for the student athletes before we let them go? All right, thank you, ladies. Return to the locker room. Watch your step. Multi-talented.
Coach, about Tiffany, their point guard, she just seems to be kind of a special player. When you watch her on film, what's priority number one as far as trying to slow her down? I don't know that you necessarily completely shut her down, but how do you kind of slow her down a little bit?
Well, that is priority number one, is you have to get back and you have to get the ball under control. And, she gets it out, and she's about as fast as anybody we've seen in the open floor. So you have to give yourself a pretty big head start and get yourself organized defensively, and you can't rely on one person to stop the ball.
Mike?
Carl, can you talk about what it's like for you to come back to Indiana? And did you ever try and get Purdue on the schedule when you were at IPFW?
Well, when I was at IPFW, we were just moving to Division I, and I scheduled the first year of Division I, and to be honest, I don't remember if Purdue was on the schedule or if we contacted them to schedule or not. But when we've been at Florida Gulf Coast, we've been close to playing Purdue a couple times, including we were supposed to play them in one trip in Cancun, and they had an unfortunate incident with one of their players, and they couldn't make it. And then we were in the same tournament with them this year in Mexico, and we didn't match up with one another. It was set up so we didn't play each other, but we're familiar with Purdue and how good they are and how good they've been.
Coach, can you give us an update on your team's health, particularly with Bethany and Anthony?
Well, Bethany and Anthony aren't playing. They won't be dressing. They're still out with their injuries. Everybody else is healthy and ready to go.
So why don't you call these three-pointers? Not just this year, but throughout your career.
Well, we want to be efficient offensively, so we try to take the most efficient shot we can get. So we try to stretch people out with shooters, have a lot of movement. We think it opens things up for cuts to the basket and drives to the basket. And when we take a shot, we're trying to get the highest return for that shot that we can possibly get. And a lot of times, through a possession, that's shooting the three-point shot.
You mentioned priorities. Could a second or third priority be boxing out? Because I read somewhere that one of your big concerns was them being able to chase down misses.
Well, yeah, they're a big team. They're an athletic team. They're a very physical team. That's one of the reasons why they are so good. So we have to have our players. We don't match up in terms of size or athleticism. We have to be willing to be physical, and we basically got to scrap out some rebounds. And I'm not saying that we need to win rebounds because that would be a lofty expectation, but we have to be competitive on the boards so that we're not giving up a lot of putbacks that are just 2 feet from the basket. Make them have to at least get long rebounds and work to get another shot rather than just get a miss and put it right back in.